Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming to you live from an undisclosed location to report on the latest successes of the XCOM resistance. On one of their latest missions, XCOM did encounter the Elder's chosen assassin. While the assassin did not kill any soldiers present, she did wound and psionically interrogate one of the recruits. XCOM wishes to note that they feel this actually gives them advantage in the field because the person they interrogated knows about as much about XCOM and its inner workings as an Advent burger that's been sitting frozen in a back room. I believe this just shows that despite being chosen by the Elders, it has done nothing to help their combat intelligence, and perhaps the Elders should rethink their choice of champions. XCOM's mission otherwise was to investigate an Advent ship that had landed in the middle of nowhere, dispose of the crew, and take anything useful back to their base. From what the soldiers tell me, the crew of the ship were easily handled by multiple explosives. Using what they found on the Advent ship, XCOM has been able to create substantial improvements for the armor of their soldiers in the field. Hopefully this means that less of them will come back seriously injured. After such a rousing success, XCOM was feeling a little bit ballsy and decided to rescue a turncoat scientist from an Advent gene clinic. Despite Advent's best efforts, the forces they sent to investigate the disturbance were easily handled by our soldiers in the field through subterfuge, sniper fire, and of course grenades. The mission was a rousing success, and all XCOM soldiers were able to evacuate the area with the scientists in tow before Advent knew what hit them. After such a great success, XCOM decided to keep the ball rolling by blowing up a data tap that may have led to the capture of one of their covert operatives. Speaking of which, XCOM also wants to put the word out that their operative, codenamed The Beard, was captured in the line of duty. Naturally, you will know him by his epic beard, and if you have any information relating to his position, you can send it to XCOM by contacting your local resistance leaders or by spray painting dicks on the building in question. I simply wish to remind our listeners that actually spray painting dicks on Advent property could genuinely get you killed, but it would be an amazing and hilarious story if you survive. I will neither condone nor discourage this course of action. Anyway, back to the data tap. It was kept in the ruins of a former city that the Elders leveled during their first invasion. Advent thought it would be safe there, but I'm told that there were no Advent guards, only creatures that XCOM call the Lost. These things are basically like zombies. It was a scare tactic that the Elders used all those years ago, but that project was abandoned because the Lost aren't actually very useful or intelligent. One XCOM soldier that was present on the mission, codenamed Brown Man, said that it was like, quote, shooting fish in a barrel. Literally the easiest thing I've done in 20 years. So if Advent thinks that they can actually hide a data tap behind a horde of zombies, they have no idea what they're actually dealing with. Well, that's going to be it for our current broadcast, but until next time, this has been Mystic with the XCOM Resistance Radio, signing off.